Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 10th, and today was a lovely day outside, hot upon so many levels, but wasn't so bad. I'm trying to ignore it, trying to stop complaining about it, but it sure seems to be hotter than it was even like a month ago during the heat of summer. But I got this morning, got a handful of things done, nothing really major. Decided to go run my vending route today. I had the car packed with all the sodas and stuff and things that couldn't melt. Basically sodas only and drinks, Gatorades, all that kind of stuff. And from there, I got the rest of the stuff packed up. I got to carry all the dogs, the cats, the rabbit, the whole 9 yards. Headed out to go run my route. Went ahead and basically got a I got a pretty early start. I was pretty happy with it. Went to the first location, which actually has like 3 different machines in it, and in that whole process, they had moved one of my machines to a new location, and it's in a different building, it's in a weird location, and it takes forever to get from one to the other. I almost think it'd be quicker to just load it back up in the car and treat it like it's a secondary location I'm driving to and just drive to the next location. But I was there like an hour and a half, and usually my stop took like 30 minutes. So figure if it's 2 stops in one, it's an hour, so it's like a half an hour wasted time in between there though. So I did make some changes. I gotta move like in the break room there where it's at. I have to like move chairs, I have to move tables, I have to do all this other dumb stuff just to get to my machine, because like to get the machine open, it's not a great layout. Hopefully we'll get it moved. They're talking about moving it to a new location once the open house and all that stuff gets taken care of and gets done. So it'll be a little easier access and a little less having to move things around in the process to get to it. But it did make some money. That's the thing. They were working 24/7 with the hurricane, and with the weather, they weren't taking off. They had some weird shifts. Assisted living place, so I assumed it was going to have more money in it, and it did surprisingly way better than I thought it was going to do in this break room area. So who knows? I don't know, because it seemed like it did better than it did before out with the access to the public. So who knows? It's hard telling, but we'll get that figured out hopefully. I did get it done. Went to my other locations, got down to my last one, installed my new bill acceptor. Actually used older bill acceptor I had into the machine that had been kept eating bills, and it did not turn on at all, which was super damn annoying. So I went ahead, the Helix, I brought the other one out. I already had it out of the machine. I brought it home with me. I'm gonna wait kind of to see how long it takes them to tell me, because I've told them when this thing, if it quits working, if it jams up, it does whatever, please text me right away, please call me right away type thing. Even offered them a reward if I'm not there within so many hours of being told of a problem. They'll get this much money for telling me as like a bonus to, 1, I want my machine running all the time, 2, I want you to tell me that it's down, and haven't heard nothing from them yet. And it's been 24 hours now since I put it in and haven't heard a damn thing from them. So I'm going to get the other one cleaned up, I'm going to get new belts put on it and all that good stuff and take it back down so I can basically reinstall it, and hopefully it'll be a much better process and it'll work better. So, but I don't know if they're just running quarters or not buying sodas. I don't know which. So it is what it is. But I got the other machine filled up. I repriced a bunch of stuff in there. They had the owner of the location told me he wanted everything priced at $1 across the board, just to change and blah blah. He used to have machines there, and I took his advice. It's been quite a while now. It's been way too long, and virtually nothing sold. I sold a few crackers here and there, which normally are 50 cents, so I made a little extra there, but I was not selling enough to justify it, and a lot of the stuff was sitting there going bad. Like it literally just went out of date, and the money I made on the extra 50 cents was totally lost on anything else that I threw away. So I restocked the thing with all new fresh stuff. I went ahead also, repriced everything. I made sure I told management that I repriced everything, and told some of the employees that I saw, hey, check out the new pricing, yada yada, whatever. So hopefully they will do that, and they will be excited about it, and they will buy a lot more of my stuff. So that's what I'm hopeful that's going to happen. So also Ken correct me, was, oh yeah, we're going through a lot of those combos, we're buying those combos. You guys bought 1 package of combos. Like, that's not a lot. I've been gone for 10 or 8 days now, 9 days. 1 package in 9 days is not a lot of combos. So hopefully they were shut down during the hurricane. So I'm hoping after the hurricane now is over and done with, they'll be back up and running full time and there. But I don't expect a lot of guys to spend a lot of money the next week or so on the machines, maybe in 2 weeks, because everybody's broke. They didn't work a lot of hours. Like I had know some people got literally 9 hours last week of paid hours, because just everybody was off. A lot of places were shut down with the storm and so on and so forth. So that right there, I don't expect a lot of money coming out of the machines the next week or two until everybody gets their bills caught back up and paid back for all the cost of plywood or water or whatever they bought for supplies, generators, whatever they bought for supplies for the hurricane. So that's kind of to be anticipated. So it is what it is. But went ahead, got back here to the house, dealt with the dogs and stuff, got everything all put away, had the fun with all that stuff, did a bunch of yard work here and there. Got my I actually went to work on the car. I looked down as I was taking my stuff out. I realized there was a leak on the floorboard. Like my air conditioner condenser plugs up sometimes and drains into my floor. The hose, it's not the hose. I blew it out, got to clean stuff. It's leaking from somewhere up inside. And the only thing I can think of is my cabin air filter is super dirty. So I pulled it out, put it all back together and stuff, left the panels off and that so I can check and see if it's leaking anymore or not. But I'm wondering if the filter's too dirty and not allow enough air to flow through it, which in turn will make the car not cool as good, but also could make it possibly condense up inside there and not allow it to drain itself properly. So I did realize that one of the hoses, I don't know if it got knocked off somewhere in there, or if it was like one of the vacuum tubes, or if it's something I didn't even put back on last time I cleaned it out from leaking like this. So I got it put back in there, installed correctly, so hopefully we'll see what happens. Left the windows open on the car all day so I could dry out. Also spoke to the gentleman who did my auto detailing on my car, second month in a row, and it was crap again. Like the windows didn't get clean, the tires, they only sprayed part of it. They sprayed part of my trim around my fenders with the tire like shine. And he's like, well, it's from the sling when the tires are running. No, it's not. That's clearly from a spray bottle. There's a difference between spray pattern. I watched Dexter. There's a difference between spray bottle pattern and sling off a tire cutting. So I told him, I said, you know what? I paid for 6 months out. You've done it twice. You haven't done it right yet. And after the first month, I complain and point out problems with it and stuff. They offered to come fix it. I just don't want to waste some guy's time to drive freaking 2 hours to come wipe down a car correctly when it should have been done the first time. I said, hey, just worry about it next time. Make sure it's done right the next time. And it was not done right again. And I was just like, I'm done. I had the guy call me. I'm like, I'm done. I don't even care at the money. Paid 6 months out. I've had the car half-ass washed twice. I don't even care. Just don't contact me again on the whole car thing. We'll just wash it up and I'll be done with the whole thing. So who knows what happens with it. I don't know. Every time I look at the car clean, it's cleaner than it was. I'm wrong. They did clean it some. But I see the spots that aren't cleaned correctly, and you're a professional shop. Other people have bragged about you like crazy and stuff, and unfortunately, it's one of those deals where I'm just like, what the hell? I'm like, I understand. I have probably one of the older, crappier cars that you're detailing with some of the stuff you put out there, super nice, but like, I still paid the same as the guy in the Corvette paid. Like, why is my car not clean as the Corvette is? But it is what it is. So, but yeah, I went ahead and I'm happy, done with it. I don't have to ever think about that again. I don't have to worry about the car appointment getting cleaned. I don't have to worry about where the car's at, the right location. None of that. Just, I'll clean it when I want, how I want, and it'll be as clean as I want it to be. So, but yeah, went ahead with that. That was fun. Just the stress of having that conversation was not something I wanted to do. He's somebody's kind of a friend of a friend. We've communicated through online and Facebook and stuff, but never met in person yet. We're supposed to hang out, go kayaking. He's supposed to come down tonight. He hasn't yet, but who knows? I don't know if he will now or not. Who knows? I offered him my truck a while back. His transmission went out with his truck. I offered him my truck if he wanted to pull his trailer around for detailing business before I even after he screwed up the first month. I said, hey, do you want to borrow a truck? Whatever and stuff. And then I get my car back the second time, and it's just as bad, actually probably worse. There's spots like they missed parts of the front bumper. Like he didn't even clean off like the sand where look at somebody that spun out in front of me, like at the beach, parked in the beach parking lot, and there was like sand there, and like you didn't even, how do you not clean that? Like there's spots on the outside windshield. Like I was just like, you can't do it. Like literally the stress of that was more annoying than anything. And I'm like, if you still need to buy my truck, I still own my truck. That's a different side. That's, associate side and business side. And business side, I'm not doing business anymore. I can still be your friend. I'm still owning a truck. What the hell? It is what it is. So, but we got that all taken care of. We had an appointment with our insurance guy. Basically, Karen had term insurance, 20-year term insurance 20 years ago. She bought it. It was, I think, $100,000 what the policy was, maybe $50,000. I think it was $100,000. But she had it, went to the full term, paid the money, and we got a letter from the State Farm saying the fact that insurance is going like 4 times as much, where the hell it was, 3 times as much. And we're like, what the hell? So I contacted him today. It's dropped the insurance. That price is not worth it. He goes, you can't drop it. It's in her name only, and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, well, she's dead, so it's not her benefit. It's my benefit, but it is what it is. So we had to go make an appointment. He was selling hard. Oh my God, he pushed so hard to try and sell us term. He tried to sell us whole life, tried to sell us cash value. At the end of the 20 years, we'll give you back your $69,000 you paid us. I'm like, yes, and the interest you would have made is $100,000 off that. When I'm like, no, go away, just go away. He started telling me I can borrow money against my own money, the cash value in there. I'm like, so you're telling me after another 20 years, after paying you $70,000 on a $100,000 life insurance policy, by the way, $100,000, I'm going to pay you $69,000. You'll let me borrow against my own $57,000? What if I just put my money in the bank? I'd have my own $69,000, so I just take my $59,000 out, and or $57,000 out, instead of borrowing against it at probably 8 or 9% interest. You guys are going to charge me. So I was very kind. I like the guy as an insurance agent for our house. He's done really good things. The car, that we like him. He's a nice guy. I just, goddamn, I know you make good commissions on whole life and term. You make good money on life insurance, and a lot of insurance companies, State Farm, all those people and stuff, they have minimum requirements for selling life insurance to keep selling car insurance, because they make more money on life insurance than they do anything else. That's their highest profit margin. So they want, of course, to keep pushing the life insurance. But I was really getting annoyed with the whole process. And if it wasn't for the fact that I do like him as an insurance agent, as a regular policy agent, I would have told him to pound sand. I wanted to go off. There's so many reasons I can tell you why this is bad for me, bad as an investment, bad for everything and stuff, but I didn't. So I'm trying to keep you not mad at me as a regular agent. So I went ahead and said, hell with it. So we got done there, came home. Karen was just kind of like, I don't care, just whatever you want to do on it and stuff. And he kept trying to say, like, you'll have a legacy. You can give this insurance money to a charity and blah, blah. I'm like, or I could just take the same money you're going to charge me, $239 a month or $280 a month, or in hell it is. I can invest that into an investment at 2% interest. I'll have more money at 8% interest stock market. We could give a lot more to a charity. Or guess what? Maybe she would need that money for a surgery to keep herself alive longer, and it would be better in the whole process. So I don't like the idea of giving State Farm $69,000 over the next 20 years in order to give a legacy to some charity of a $100,000 policy. So there's only $31,000 difference there. Why not just give the charity a donation of the same $240 or $280 or $200 a month today, and let it make those changes, let them invest it themselves for the next 20 years and make changes instead of waiting 20 years till I'm dead to see a donation go to a charity. And he's like, well, maybe she wants her name on a sign somewhere. She donated this. I'm like, nope, she don't care. Her legacy will be what it is. So it was just, goddamn, he pushed hard. I was really getting annoyed by the whole process, but we got out of it alive and not yelling at nobody. So went ahead, we chilled out. I offered him to go kayak with me. I'm like, dude, I'll take you kayaking fishing sometime. Well, take it back out and stuff. Hasn't happened yet, but who knows? We'll see. So again, I know he's pushed hard. My thing is, I want to know if I could pump him full of sodium pentothal. Does he really think that cash value life insurance is a good investment for his customers, or is it a good investment for his commissions? That's the question I'd really like to ask. Virtually nobody's ever going to answer that, honestly, but I used to sell insurance for a little while in my life, and it was good for our commissions. It was not good for the customer. It never has been. Never been good for a customer in any way, shape, or form. It never will be good for a customer, in my opinion. But everybody's got their own opinions of what it is. I think cash value life insurance should be outlawed. That's like freaking check cashing in advanced places. Like, holy crap, they need to be outlawed as well. But it is what it is. So, but yeah, that was not happy the whole thing. We got done. We had some pizza, chilled out, watched a little bit of Netflix. I ended up falling asleep on the couch. We were watching the movies, cuddled behind her and watching Criminal Mind, I believe it was. I dozed off in the end of that episode, and then basically wrapped it up and called it a night. So that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.